Hello there guys, welcome back. Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. We've got multiple things to discuss, kicking off today's video with what went down last night. It has to be spoken about. It has to be spoken about. Tonight, we've got Liverpool versus Real Madrid. Well, Real Madrid versus Liverpool. Liverpool did concede 5 at Anfield. They're going to have to go to the Bernabeu and score a minimum of 3. So it's a big task. It's not for everybody. It's a big task. Although Chelsea did score 3 at the Bernabeu. We just let it slip with the amount of goals that we conceded. If not, we would have gone through. But anyway, we did get what we want, which is score 3. We just didn't make it through. Liverpool have to go and do the same thing, which is score 3 at the Bernabeu, which is going to be quite one hell of a task. We'll see if they do it. Don't bet on it, but you never know, although I just don't think it's going to happen. Anyway, that's for Liverpool. That's happening tonight. But last night, Manchester City's Erling Haaland. We're going to get into that very shortly, as well as Chelsea news relating to a certain striker and what the hell is going on in Italy at the moment. I will show you. Before we get into it, don't forget, links in the description for all the socials, Twitter and Instagram, as well as the second channel, Younes Talks, which has got a bit of a revamp and it's got regular content coming on its way very soon. So keep your eyes peeled for all of that. Things away from football and away from sport, although sport will be mentioned from time to time. But make sure you check it out, subscribe if you are interested, and let's get cracking. Let's get started with Erling Haaland, right? Because we have to. Yesterday I was watching that Manchester City game, and the way that Man City got the first goal was ridiculous. The referee was, for me, not qualified to be taking a fixture like that in the Champions League. I'm sorry. When you're looking at the referee's performance prior to Manchester City going on a rout, it was horrific. Really bad. Really bad. One in terms of the handball, where poor lad wasn't even looking. Right? It's come from behind him. His arms are slightly up. He's gone up for a jump. It's hit him like on the back of the arm. He doesn't even know he's facing this way. Referee goes over VAR. Penalty. How? How in the blue hell is that a penalty? Penalty given. Erling Haaland steps up. It's 1-0 Manchester City. And I'm like, well, okay. And then literally 1 minute later, they get a second goal. The game's dead. So you have to argue. Erling Haaland went on a madness yesterday, and I'll get to that very shortly. But the referee kick-started everything for Manchester City, and up until that point, Leipzig were doing all right. They were doing all right. So I don't know if was that the deciding factor, you could say. Maybe not. But Manchester City did go on. Actually, no. Forget that. Not Manchester City. Erling Haaland went on and took it in his own hands. Talking about Erling Haaland and the way that he managed to get 5 goals yesterday. Absolutely incredible. However, before we finish on the refereeing stuff, the referee, the yellow card that was given, right, to Timo Werner, unbelievable. When you're looking at Ederson, who got off scot-free for a foul on the Leipzig player, I forgot which one it was. Timo makes a complaint, and boom, he's in the book, and it's a free kick to Man City. This is where you look at it, and I have to pull the point. If the referee was actually doing things correctly, will Man City have had that scoreline? You could debate it. But as much as we can try and protect RB Leipzig here, yeah, as much as we can try and say, oh, you know, if this didn't happen and this didn't happen, truth of the matter, look, it happened. Erling Haaland rocked up and scored 5 in a Champions League game. 5 goals in the space of, 35 minutes? I think it was. It's absolutely ludicrous. And I know there's a lot of people that are going to get carried away on the back of this performance. There's a lot of people already going, oh no, look, see, Erling Haaland, he's this and he's that, he's the best thing that Manchester City have, he's this. And then the same people, when he doesn't score or when he struggles or whatever, will say, oh, the system doesn't work, oh no, it doesn't, he doesn't quite fit, he's holding the team back. Truth of the matter is this, right? With Erling Haaland in the team, can Man City play the same football that they were playing prior? No. But the output of goals are inevitably higher with Haaland in the team. You're just not playing as pretty. Simple. That's it. But does Haaland hold Man City back? No. He's not going to score every single game. That's unrealistic. It goes back to the point that I made about Chelsea in terms of what I expect. I don't want Chelsea, not that I don't want, I do want, but do I expect Chelsea to win every single game? I'm not asking for that. We're asking for a bit of progress. With Manchester City and Erling Haaland, Haaland could go 3-4 games without a goal. Doesn't mean he's rubbish. Does not mean he's rubbish. Because when he does rock up, he does this. How many goals does he have in the Premier League now? I've lost count. How many goals in the Champions League? He scored 5 yesterday, got his tally up to 10. And we're in the last 16. It's unheard of. The guy is a machine. He's a machine. And yesterday, 5 goals in the manner that he did. And some people are going to say, he's lucky though. Sometimes the ball just falls to his feet and he taps it in. He gets a goal. Big deal. My nan would have scored that. Listen. Go and look at Erling Haaland, right? I think a lot of people underestimate when strikers score so-called simple goals. Sometimes it is simple. Sometimes it is a bit of luck, yeah? It can't be the striker doing everything 100% of the time, no. But you have to acknowledge when the striker is moving in the manner that he's meant to move and he gets into certain positions and he runs in certain directions and certain ways and he reads the game and gets himself into a position at the right time, right place, right everything. That's on the striker. Erling Haaland is a prime example of that. Go and look at the goals from yesterday and look at how he positions himself. It's a striker's job to make sure he knows exactly where to place himself at all times during a game. Therefore, to be able to actually give his team some sort of a chance in scoring a goal. It's absolutely crucial. You'll find strikers that sometimes will move slow or move in the wrong direction. This is a problem I had with Lukaku. We'll get to Lukaku. But this is a problem I had with him. Sometimes I see him running in the complete wrong direction. I'm like, where are you going, mate? Haaland, none of that. Knows exactly where to go, knows exactly where to be. Right place, right time. And it lands to him because he's placed himself there. Yesterday, he done just that. Absolutely incredible. His performance last night was stunning. Absolutely stunning. And it's actually quite shocking. I think it was SofaScore that gave him a 9.7 out of 10. I mean, what do you want him to do more to get a 10? Have a day off. But Haaland, man, what a striker. What a machine. And yeah, absolutely, he will win the Golden Boot in every single competition that exists. And Manchester City have one hell of a gold mine in their team because of Erling Haaland. They've definitely compensated for changing their style, not style of football, but their system. The system has had to change. But they've compensated it by a guy that just knows how to put the ball in the net at any given moment. Machine. Anyway, we'll see what happens with Man City because Arsenal are still flying in the league, but Manchester City sail through into the quarter-final. And if I'm honest, as a Chelsea fan right now, I do not want to play Man City just for that geezer. If it wasn't for Erling Haaland, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Let's give it a go against City. Erling Haaland, mate, I'm all right. If we have to play him in the final, we will. If we reach it anyway. But talking about strikers, right? Because a lot of people saw Haaland's performance last night and went, oh, you know what? Chelsea are asking for a striker. It's all right. We got Lukaku coming back. Let me show you the latest because it turns out Inter Milan have seen the light. I didn't want them to, but here you go. Romelu Lukaku will return to Chelsea at the end of the season, says Inter Milan CEO. Keep him, mate. Keep him. You don't want to... No, come on. You have to send him back. Look, even if it's for free, do we have to pay you even more money to keep him there? I don't know. Don't send him back. There's no need. Anyway, Inter Milan looking like they've had enough of him too, and he's done nothing over there. Apparently he's overweight. It's not looking good. He wanted to go back home, right? Or wanted to go back to where it was nice and where he could be with Lautaro Martinez and be there, one-on-one all the time like he used to, like the good times, right? And he's gone there and he's flopped. And now we have to pay the consequences? Like, no, listen. Romelu Lukaku, some people, let's talk serious, yeah, no jokes. There's some people that actually reckon if Lukaku comes back under Graham Potter, it's going to work. It might work. Yeah, Lukaku might fit into this team now, fit into this system. And no, it won't. It really won't. I honestly believe, right, and I look at the way Lukaku plays and the way he moves, right, he's definitely not the same guy that was in the Premier League when he was at Everton and West Brom. Or maybe that's his level, I don't know. But Lukaku and the way that he moves is not going to benefit this Chelsea team. Right now, especially, we don't need a target man. We're not looking for a target man. And if we did have a target man, boy, do we need someone that can actually put the ball in there at any given moment. Haaland could be a great target man. Yeah, just get the ball to him, he'll do the rest. Not a problem. Lukaku's not that guy. We do need someone that's going to be dynamic in the front line. We need someone that's going to be quick on their feet, that's going to have instincts. We have had so many times where we've had someone and we've just got chances after chances after chances, we don't bury it. Lukaku will come into this Chelsea team and face the same issues like he did before. To say that, because we got Enzo now, we got Felix, that it's going to work. No, because everyone still has to do the work for him. We don't need that. We need a striker that's actually going to come in and take some initiative, right? A striker that's going to come in and actually assist the rest of the front line rather than just sit there and wait for the ball and hope that it's all going to come to him. Because that is what Lukaku does. He's not dynamic enough. He's just not, and especially with the problems he's facing now, no. On top of that, that's on a footballing level. On top of what happened, this guy could be Erling Haaland, right? For my own preference, like just on the basis of what happened, even if he was Erling Haaland, I'd still be like, nah, you know what? I can't have that presence in our club again. We just can't. It's too toxic. It's too toxic. With what went down, the interview, the so-called apology, didn't really mean much. All of that madness that went down. Well, we're just going to roll the red carpet or the blue carpet straight back to Cobham for him? Nah, mate. Nah, honestly, look, we need to find some sort of a solution. I feel like we've done enough to be able to move on without him. I feel like, and again, look, with Lukaku, he could go elsewhere and find his feet and start doing well and start scoring some goals and great, right? But look, at Chelsea, nah. We need to get someone that's actually prolific, someone that's actually going to come in and suit exactly what we need and who is currently in the team or who's coming in and work with it. Lukaku's not going to be that guy in my opinion. It's just not. So can we use him as, collateral for Felix and Atletico Madrid? Some argue that it's not necessarily the fact that we don't want to. We would happily do that, but will Atletico want Lukaku? Probably not. So we're going to definitely have a problem. We're definitely going to have some sort of a problem with Romelu Lukaku. How do we resolve this? I genuinely don't know. Can we terminate his contract? He could then take Chelsea to court for unfair dismissal. He could. If he does not want to leave, he could just be like, yo, you've terminated my contract. I'm taking you to court. Unfair dismissal. And he would win because there's a contract. You can't just rip it up because you don't want him anymore. It's a contract, that is unfair dismissal. There has to be a case. He has to have had to break a rule or do something ridiculous or do something at the club that is breaking the rules. At that point, Chelsea have a case to terminate his contract. As long as he doesn't do that, we don't have a case to terminate his contract. We can't just rip it up and throw it in the bin. We actively need to find a club that wants Lukaku and then accept anything. Packet of crisps, no problem. Accepted. This is the only way. It's the only way. So we'll see what happens. But Lukaku coming back to Chelsea in the summer. Let me know down below if you think it would work. My God, can you imagine Graham Potter and Lukaku? Bloody hell. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Lukaku needs a Conte. It's the only way. He actually just needs a Conte. He needs someone that's going to keep him in check. How are you feeling today? None of that. You'll get eaten alive. You'll get eaten alive by Lukaku. Oh, man. We'll see what happens in the summer. Well, the fact that it didn't even work at Inter Milan tells you everything you need to know about Lukaku. It will definitely not work at Chelsea. Simple as that. It's too much. So let's wait and see. Thoughts in the comment section below. Much appreciated. Over to Naples as we sum up and wrap up the video. This is actually quite shocking. This has gone down tonight. Now, Napoli play Eintracht Frankfurt in the Champions League. And well, let me show you. I don't need to explain. Check this out. Absolutely unbelievable. Shocking scenes currently ongoing in Naples. Guerrilla in downtown. A squad of 20 policemen risking their lives as a Eintracht and Atlanta hooligans allied are setting on fire the city. Naples is currently hostage of 300 hooligans. That has been said by Tancredi Palmieri, who in the past regarding transfers has not been reliable, but I think the images speak for itself. Now, I can't say whether Atalanta fans are actually here. If we go to the actual video given out by Sport Italia, when translated, it says Scontri Reglia a Napoli. I can't honestly say what that means, but it doesn't sound nice. The images that arrive live from Piazza del Gesù in Naples, the German ultras, so Eintracht Frankfurt fans, are damaging several police vehicles. The tension remains very high, waiting for kickoff. Absolutely incredible. And we have to pay attention here. We have to. This for one needs to be denounced. It shouldn't. Football should not result in this. It just shouldn't. There's no reason to tear up a city, right, because of a football match. There's just no reason for it. Now, unless if it's come to a point where police have initiated something with fans and it kicks off, fair enough, I guess. If you know you've been provoked, something happens, it clicks, and then boom, right? That can happen. It's happened in the past. But for ultras, hooligans to rock up and just tear up the place, absolutely shocking. Considering that Eintracht Frankfurt fans have had to travel to Napoli and then they do this in Naples, is shocking. Absolutely shocking. No room for it. Set the place on fire. It's ridiculous. And there's no need. So look, we'll see what happens after kickoff tonight. The bad thing that's probably going to come from this is that the clubs are going to pay. You know, this is what tends to happen. UEFA will probably charge both teams now or something stupid. So, yeah, it is what it is. But absolutely incredible scenes has to be shown because it's absolutely ridiculous. So, there you are. That's the latest in Naples. If you know of anyone in Naples, please tell them to stay safe up until kick-off. And then, God forbid, what happens at full time. If Napoli do win tonight, this could turn very ugly. So, actually, vice versa. We'll leave it at that. We'll see what happens. But this shouldn't happen. It needs to stop. Simple as that. So let me know your thoughts down below on everything discussed today. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new video. Then we gear up for the preview to Chelsea versus Everton on Friday. And then it's match day coverage. So I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one. Thank you all very much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you have enjoyed this. And I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. See you then. Take care. And peace.